Hello and welcome back to the 2024 Aramco Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. Of course, we're here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit on the 1st of April for the Invest Saudi Jeddah Gulf Prix. In just a moment, I'll be joined by Luca Filippi, and shortly after that, we'll be underway for race 3, the final race here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, of course. We'll be back in just under a week's time for one more event, the final event in the championship. But until then, we've got a lot of action on track coming up, and I believe Sagar Al-Masherj is back on pole position.
Yes, Sagar has been super quick today, starting from qualifying, tend to say in the morning, but actually it looks like, it feels like already a long night, but at the beginning of the night he's been super quick, and he was able to be on pole for race 1 and race 3 as well, because of his third best. Fastest lap is the best. Fastest lap is the best overall.
Thanks very much, Luca. And let's have a quick run through the previous race results. First position, we have Federico El Rafai ahead of Andrei Petrovic, Faisal Al-Kabani, Sagar Al-Masherj, Kirill Kutskov, Hamda Al-Kabasi, Omar Al-Durain, Jabir Al-Thani, Abdullah Al-Kabasi, and Solomon Zanvari in 10th position. P11, Amna Al-Kabasi ahead of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada and Oscar Wirtz. All right, Luca, last race of the weekend. Is everybody out there on new tires, or have they saved a set? Has some lucky individual saved a new set, or are they all on used tires now?
So most of the time, most of the guys and girls have a set of fresh tire, which is the tire that they used in qualifying. So most of them, they have a very good set, which is not brand new, but it is for sure with only one run of qualifying laps, so fresh tire for most of the guys.
And I think we're going to head down to Marcello now to have a quick run through the grid.
Here we are again, back on the grid. This is the third race of this wonderful day. Again, we'll be starting on pole position, Sagar Al-Masherj, that is getting ready. This first race was not so good. You're starting again back on pole. Was your best qualifying of the season. I mean, you were really good first in the first race, best lap time in the second race, and again the best lap time in the third race.
Yeah, I mean, in this race I'm hoping to have a clean race. That's it. I don't care where I finish. Just do my best, and yeah.
Yeah, no pressure, Sagar. Just enjoy this race.
Yeah.
So the first race was not really good for him. Second position for Federico El Rafai, ready again to fight for another win. He just won the second race. And let's go straight to Andrei Petrovic, that is started from third position. Okay, Andrei, you show off a lot of speed through the whole two races. Is it the right one?
Yeah, I hope I can make that speed into a good result now. Start very close to the front, so hoping to win.
Okay, Andrei, so good luck for the race and enjoy it. Let's go on to get some word with Omar Al-Durain, that has been showing really good pace straight from the qualifying. He was even on the second quickest lap time for the first race, but then he was really on the edge of the track limit, so he got canceled his quickest lap time. But he's really consistent because he's starting with P4. So, Omar, it's one of the best starts so far of the season. It's your home race. What about this one?
Just send it, like always. It's always the same strategy. If I see a gap, I go for it and hope I don't crash.
What about the tires you're running now? They're good tires, or what about the mileage?
I'm pretty sure everybody's on about the same mileage, because whether you put your race tire or your new tires in race 1 or 2, you end up with the same pretty much for this race. So you see how it goes. It's going to be interesting. All of us on pretty equal machinery, equal tires, and just see where we end up. Bring it home.
Good luck, Omar. Okay, from my side, it's really all. Aaron and Luca, enjoy the race.
And we will enjoy the race for sure. what grid we have now, and ready to go for the final race of the day. Like we have seen, it was a really tough, challenging day so far, with practice, then qualifying, and then quite a clean first race of the day, just with the stall of Almoshergi that was starting from the pole position, and then a bit of a eventful reverse grid from race 2. A lot of action, a lot of fun, to be honest. It was a really nice race to watch. Unfortunately, we have had a bit of a crashes and situations that for sure has to be still addressed and look at. But we have the two guys that are fighting for the championship, that are Federico Arifai in second place and Andrei Petrovic in third. These two, they are literally in one of those duels that let's see how it ends. Is one of those things that we just have to look race by race, as one time after the other anything changes. Here we see with the number 11 Oscar Wurz. You're normally used to seeing Oscar in a white car, while for this race he'll start on the green car. His car was heavily damaged after a contact with Abdulaziz Abuzenada while fighting for third, fourth place in race 2. So in this championship you have the opportunity to have a car swap if the situation allows you to do it. So it's the same concept, to give the drivers the best opportunity as possible to fight, to learn, and to gather important data. So he will have to feel on track how this different car feels, but all the cars are equal. And the track, we spoke about it, and it is one of those amazing circuits that everybody just dream to race on it once in their life. And these guys and girls, so young, they already had this opportunity in the 27 corners of the Jeddah Corniche street circuit. And from this point of view, it's one of those circuits that is really fast, where you have to carry a lot of speed into the corners, where you really have to push your limits. It's difficult because all those corners that you see here, especially the tighter one, are quite blind, because you have always the wall on the inside, and it makes it quite difficult, especially at the beginning, when you have to learn the 6.2 kilometers of this circuit. Really technical, really challenging, really fast, and everybody's loving it. Of course, it has not so much room for mistakes, because at the end of the long straight it does have big runoff area that gives you the opportunity to run wide if you need so, but in some other corners that then you have the walls on both sides, as any street circuit around the world. So that is where you don't really have room for mistakes. Here we have in the last position Abdullah Al-Kubaisi, the brother of the two Al-Kubaisi sisters, and we've seen amazing improvement from him over the championship. So all the cars are lined up, on the grid, and we have seen the incredible circuit of Jeddah, and here we are for the final race of the weekend, which is the penultimate, the second last event of the season. You can see there is one empty box in the third row. That's the box for Suleiman Zamfari, that normally runs an orange car and is now not able to race in this race 3. Unfortunately, Suleiman Zamfari damaged his car in the race 2, and unfortunately the car was not repairable on time for this final race of the day. And Suleiman Zamfari unfortunately is not starting. He has had a very unfortunate accident in the previous race. I would say that he had no opportunity and no room to avoid that accident. Unfortunately, he was on the outside, and they touched him from behind, and honestly there was nothing that could have done to avoid the accident, so it was really unfortunate for him. So we'll miss him today in our race 3. Looking forward to see him fight back for the final event of the championship. Then starting grid again, Sakir Al-Mosherji on pole position, Federico Arifai in second. These are the best third best lap of the qualifying. Andrei Petrovic in third, Omar Al-Walid Al-Derani in fourth, Fast Omar, Kirill Kutskov in fifth, Suleiman Zamfari, unfortunately, as you said, it's empty box for him, he's not starting. Seventh, Oscar Wurz on the green car, watch for him on the green car, number 11, Amda Al-Kubaisi in 8th, Amna Al-Kubaisi in 9th, Faisal Al-Kabani, position 10. 11, Jabor Al-Thani, Abdulaziz Abdulzanada in 12, 13, Abdullah Al-Kubaisi. This is the final race of the day of the second last event. I'm really looking forward to see it, as everybody will go for that gap. Everybody will try to claim this final podium of the day of the event. We have Sakir Al-Mosherji on pole again. He's displayed an incredible speed today, and especially with the pole position. Now he's slowing down to pick up the group, to have everybody close. In second we have Arifai, that is the contender of the championship, with Andrei Petrovic in third, and then Kirill Kutskov, the winner of race 1, and one of the fastest as well we have seen today, all day, yesterday in testing. So it's good that we have 6-7 guys with guys and girls with the opportunity to win the race, with the speed and the pace to potentially be on the podium. So the start is gonna be important, and the first lap, and then every single situation has to be well managed. We have seen everything today: safety cars, starts, restarts, overtaking, bit of crashes, and well, it's one of those circuits that, as we said, doesn't give much of a room to make a mistake. All the cars are lined up with Sakir Al-Mosherji on pole position, and the lights are red, and all 5 lights, they are off. Good start from Arifai. He's trying the inside, and Andrei Petrovic has stole the car, the contender of the championship. Rifai in first, second Al-Mosherji, very close. And in third, Omar Alderani. What a start from Omar. In fourth, Kirill Kuzkov. Fifth for Wurz. What a bummer, what a difficult start from Petrovic, stalled on the grid. The fastest man of the first event here in Jeddah. Wow, what a difficult start from Andrei Petrovic. We have seen him, he is being able to restart, so it's far behind. Here he is last in the group. The only hope for him is maybe a safety car that can regroup everything, otherwise it will be so hard for him to get back and try and put pressure on his title contender, which is now in the lead. Wow. This is one of those things that in a championship can really make a difference, to become a winner or to potentially lose it all, with the Federico Rifai in first, Almosherji, Omar Alderani and Kirill Kuzkov. Fifth position for Wurz. And here we have a fight in between Faisal Al-Kabani and number 88, Amna Al-Kubaisi. Amna trying to maximize the exit, and Faisal defending the position. Wurz has had a bit of a difficult last sector. Potentially also has to adjust a little bit with this new chassis that has been changed for him. At the moment, the top four are really close one to the other and running similar pace. Let's see if Wurz is able to get back with the lead group. He's just lost a little bit of ground in the middle sector of the opening lap. All the cars are equal, but you know, also the time he had to do the pedals and prepare everything, it was quite short, so for sure he had to adjust himself in the best manner possible, but it looks like it was just maybe a small mistake because he's able to maintain the position. So again, Federico Rifai in the lead. What a start for him. Is it the perfect position that every race is won is when he started and he was the leader in the first corner, then he was always able to manage the situation, while difficult start of the race for Andrei Petrovic. Now he's in 12th position after stalling the car on the grid, so really difficult for him. He has to try and get back and overtake some of the guys at the back of the field if he wants to maintain his hope for the championship alive.
Yes, indeed, Luca. I'm glad to join you back again, live for the final race here, the West Saudi Jeddah Gulf Prix, coming around turn 27 now. Looks like there's going to be some action between Omar Al-Duran and is that Sagar Al-Mashurs I see at the top of the screens?
Yes, Sagar is in second. He had a good start. Oh! Closing the door.
Completely shutting it in his face as they come down into turn one now, though. Omar Al-Duran still has the momentum to try and make a move. He goes up the inside. And turn two pushes off the light blue number 5 car, and he did seem to be a little bit outside of the runoff area there. Luca, what's your take on that that incident?
Oh, that is definitely has to be reviewed. We have seen that Saker shut the door on Omar's face, and Omar wasn't happy at all about it, so he's tried outside. And something wrong with Wurz. He lost a couple of positions just in one corner. And then he definitely just went for... something's wrong with Wurz. He's slowing down, definitely. Something is wrong.
Did he have
unfortunately.
some contact or something at the beginning of the race, perhaps?
No,
Works in the green number 11 car, pulling to the side of the road. That's a double yellow. They're going to have to push him down into the service roads. Back to the front of the grid now, though, with the double yellow behind them. Can they continue racing, or is that double yellow full course?
So double yellow for the moment is just local yellow. We will just wait a couple of corners if the safety car will be displayed, which is possible, especially if the car has to be pushed out of the track. What we have to review for sure the maneuver between Omar and Sakir. Safety car is out.
Safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Full course caution as we come around now with Omar Aldrain in the yellow number 18 car, just taking turn 27 now. And followed behind him, the purple car of Amda Al-Khabaisi, I believe.
Yeah, so I'll give you my honest point of view. It's hard to say, but I believe Omar got really upset with the move from Sakir, and then he just decided to do anything possible to go fully alongside, and then there was
let's
contact,
have a
so.
look now and see what happens. Coming down into turn 1 on the left-hand side of your screens, the yellow number 18 of Omar Al-Drayan. On the right-hand side, Sagar Al-Masharj, the light blue number 5. There's contact mid-corner for sure, but I didn't quite make out whether Omar Al-Drayan was off track when that contact happened.
It's hard to see from this visual. It would be easier for the stewards to see from the onboard camera. It looks like potentially Omar was with 4 wheels inside the white line, but from this angle it's impossible to say if for sure was. But it looks like the bottom of the car was fully on the edge of the entry curb, so it did
Let's
bottom.
have a quick look what happened now with Oscar Wirtz, the green number 11 car here. Here he goes, coming around. Looks like he's had an issue at this point. Goes to the inside line and has stopped on track there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of those just little issues as we explained at the beginning of the race, that this has been a replacement car for Oscar, and for sure, you know, maybe just one of those little problems that sometimes can happen, like just a connector or something electrical. And this is very unfortunate because it was a positive race, as it would have been in the contention for a podium position, and such a shame because, yeah, for sure, now there is Omar with a potential under investigation, and he was right behind, so with a potential opportunity. But what is good is for Petrovic, is the only guy that is maybe happy about this safety car, because he has the opportunity to come through the field. For sure, the stalling on the grid is something that is really hurting his championship fight, but he still has an opportunity with 20 minutes to go to fight back and try and gain as many positions as possible.
Yes, indeed, and we've seen that the Serbian driver in the red number 23, 49, I should say, can do exactly that. He doesn't let anything faze him, and I'm sure he won't let this do so either, as he comes around into the third sector of the circuit, of course being led around by the safety car now. Back to the front of the grid, though, we have Omar Alduran now in P3, just behind Kirill Kutskov, and he had a very strong overtake on Sagar Almashurj recently at turn 1, just before this incident. And, well, that might have to be under investigation, as Lucas said. But for now, safety car lights are out, so it looks like we're going to resume racing shortly.
So I believe that Kutkov now has an opportunity, and he has to try and have the best restart possible and stay close to Al-Rifai. Al-Rifai is already starting to push. He's trying to make a little bit of a gap, and he did well in stretching the group a little bit.
Coming down the main straight now. We're going to see in just a moment if anybody's close enough to make an overtake. Carmen into turn one, but it looks to me as if Abdullah Al-Kubaisi is making a move on Abdulaziz Abu Zanada coming down into turn one. We'll see who comes out on top, and it seems like the green number 99 is holding on to it for now, but the number 77 of Abdullah Al-Kubaisi just get a much better entry into corner two, which launches him onto the exit of corner two, and he may well be able to make that into his advantage, but for the moment he's still relegated behind the green number 99.
So third place for the moment for Omar Al Derani, that is defending from Amda Al-Kubaisi, and we've seen Amda trying to overtake Saker Al-Mosherji right behind. This group is at the moment they are in three, but I'm sure that Petrovic will join them very shortly, as he has displayed a lot of speed. So Petrovic will try to join the battle for the third step on the podium.
Yes, indeed, he will, as they come down now through this section of the track. You can see that Omar is holding in there quite nicely onto his third position, but Al-Rafai and Kutkov are starting to build a lead for themselves at the front of the grid.
So Al-Mosherji really close to Amd Al-Kubaisi at the moment. What a fight for the third and fourth place. Very close. And Petrovic is also coming. Like a rocket.
Like a rocket. Here we go now. Coming down through turns 25 and 26, too wide with Sagar Al-Mosherji and Andrei Petrovic, who's now stuck in behind the purple number 8 car of Amda Al-Kubaisi. Coming down into turn 27, that gives Sagar the opportunity to go around the outside of the purple number 8. They're side by side now, ladies and gentlemen, as we come down the main straight.
That was a nice move from Sagar, because from the outside he was able to carry a lot of speed and try and overtake both of them. But now we have on the outside Petrovic. He has to try and brake later than everybody, with Saker Al-Mosherji pushing a little wide. Petrovic giving back the position. Watch out, because there is also Amda there.
There we go, position given back. Can Hamda take advantage? She's trying to do exactly that, but just not quite able to make it happen for the Emirates, at least not this time around. But all of this has worked out into Sagar's favor, because he's had a bit of a breather, and it hasn't damaged his momentum, and now he can put his foot down and hopefully pull away from Andrei Petrovic and try to catch up to Omar Al-Durain in the yellow number 18 just ahead of him.
Look at how much they lost just by fighting Saker and Petrovic, and Omar was just able to pull away a little bit and take a breath. While Kirill is quite close to Federico Al-Rifai, but he hasn't been yet close enough to try and make a move. I mean, Kutkov has won already one race today, but I'm sure he wants more.
I'm absolutely certain he wants more. That's what makes him such a fantastic young driver, and we're glad to see him on track with us as we come now into the final sector of the track with 15 minutes left on the board. I just have a message here. Luca Philippe's pointing out to me 10 seconds time penalty for car number 18, causing a collision with car number 5. That's the yellow number 18 on screens now. Omar Al-Durain, the Jeddah native, the Saudi native, who came into Sagar Al-Mosherji in the light blue number 5 car at turn 1 just a few laps ago. Coming down the main straight now, we can see the two young drivers in question with the positions reversed, and we'll have a chance to see if Sagar can make a move on the Saudi driver, the yellow flash just ahead of him briefly, but Sager's got to watch out because he's got a red number 14, 9 just behind him.
Yeah, I mean, for these two, it's gonna be hard as they won't be aware of the penalty, so there will be a fight for the podium with Omar at the moment in third and Sacher in fourth, but Andrei Petrovic in fifth, and these three, they will fight for the third step on the podium.
It's gonna be a fight to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Sager Al-Mashaj has something to prove here in this race, and he's not gonna let the yellow flash get away with it. But back to the front of the ground. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're waiting for an overtake at turn 13, and here we are, too wide coming into the entry. Does Sager have the momentum to go all the way around the outside? Not quite, but he's managed to set himself up nicely for a move in the following corners if he isn't waylaid by the red number 49 of Andrei Petrovic, who's right up behind him, but just not quite close enough to make a move is the Serbian driver. And Sager Al-Mashaj, for the moment at least, is safe from attack from behind and can focus on the yellow number 18 just ahead of him. But as I say that, it seems that Andrei's got an excellent exit coming out of the previous corner and is closing right in on the light blue number 5 of Sager Al-Mashaj, the Kuwaiti driver, in trouble now with the Serbian. The red number 49, Andrei Petrovic, perhaps the man atop the championship standings, is right up behind him. They're almost touching as they come through this section of the track. Down turn 25 and 26 now in just a moment's time. We've seen them 2 wide here before. Will they go 3 wide now? Not quite. Nobody's close enough to make a move. They're all maintaining the slipstream, waiting for an opportunity at turn 27. 3 wide down into 27. Al-Mashaj goes around the outside of Alderan, gets into the dirt and loses momentum, and Andrei Petrovic is up into P4 and is searching out for that P3 now, and looks like he's going to come alongside the yellow number 18 at any moment.
This fight is for the third position, but of course Andrei doesn't know that there is a penalty for Omar.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Andrei Petrovic off track there to make that maneuver stick. And Omar Alderan wide at the exit. So this is going to hugely benefit Sager Al-Mashaj. Andrei Petrovic has to give the position back. Sager's taking advantage, gets up into P3, and it's a big crash here now at turn 6.
There was Al-Mashaj and Omar side by side, and then Omar lost control, and there was nothing that Petrovic could have done.
Nothing at all. But we'll have a look at that again. I'm sure the stewards will review and decide exactly what course of action to take. In the meantime, though, Sager Al-Mashaj is up into P3, I believe.
Yes, yes, Al-Mashaj is in P3, and we see if Amda was able to be... Yeah, oh wow, no, Amda's there.
Well, it was a big coming together, ladies and gentlemen, but all the drivers, as you can see, are out of their cars and everybody is okay. That looks like Omar Alderan trying to help Amna down from her car, and they're all now proceeding to the service roads. Let's have a quick replay of the action now. 3 wide, almost 4 wide coming into turn 6. As they hit into the braking point, Sager manages to get past. There's some contact between the light blue car and the yellow car, which spins them around on the entry of the corner and forces the purple number 8 of Amna Al-Kubaisi up over both cars. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are of course at a safety car, full course yellows. That's 3 vehicles that need to be recovered, ladies and gentlemen. It's at least 5 to 10 minutes work to get them off track, so we may be ending on the safety car here just so that you're all prepared, but we will of course get back racing as soon as possible.
Yeah, and I bet it's not the easiest situation to clear with one car like on top of another, so also for the safety truck itself it's not ideal. Well, it was one of those situations that was a bit of a domino effect with Petrovic and Omar Alvarid Alderani going side by side and then touching each other. Then Petrovic felt he had to give the position back, which he did. By doing so, Al-Mosherji took the advantage of overtaking the both from the outside, but then Omar just tried and push a little bit his braking in order to maintain the third position, but I believe he had a bit of a lockup, and there was a collision hard to avoid between Al-Mosherji in third and Omar. And then since that, Omar arriving a bit of a with the lockup and some understeer, then he just lost control on exit, and nothing that Petrovic and Amda could have done in order to avoid the situation. Very unfortunate. For sure, for Petrovic, it all started when he stole the car at the start. Basically, starting from third, he probably just had a bit of a risky start and he stole the car. And, you know, the pressure is raising between Rifai and Petrovic, and unfortunately made a mistake, and coming from the back of the field, it's hard to have a clean race after that.
Well, let's have a quick look back at some of the action, the build-up here to the incident involving the cars now beached at turn 6. We can see that there was a lot of action back and forth between the yellow number 18, the light blue number 5, and the red number 49 of Andrei Petrovic. Here they are coming almost 3 wide into turn 27. Sager goes on the outside line, gets in the dirt and is slowed down, loses all momentum, and Andrei Petrovic finds his way up into that position, goes alongside the yellow number 18 and tries to take it all the way down into turn 1. Just further back on your screens, you can see Sager and Amda side by side as they come into turn 1. Now Andre has to go off track to avoid any collision, and Omar similarly goes wide at turn 2 exit. This forces, of course, Andrei Petrovic to give back the position to Omar, and Sager takes advantage, going around the outside of both drivers and then coming into contact with Omar Alderain at the inside, perhaps at the apex of turn 6, which causes Derain to spin out, collect the red number 49 of Andrei Petrovic, and unfortunately they were right in the path of Hamda Al-Kabaisi, who came right into them at the worst possible time. But ladies and gentlemen, not to worry, we've seen them all out of the cars already, walking back to the safety, to the service roads, I should say. I understand the medical car and the ambulance are down there with them now, just to check everything over and make sure everyone's all right. And in fact, there is Omar Alderain now with his engineer Alessandro back in the pit garage, already debriefing the incident, trying to figure out exactly what went wrong and how to do it better next time in just a week's time here again at the Jeddah Corniche circuit.
Yeah, so the engineer Alessandro is the engineer of both Omar and Saker, so for him having the two colliding was not the ideal situation. They were fighting for the third place, and that collision has caused Saker to lose a couple of places and Omar to get a 10 seconds penalty, which beside the accident, it would have compromised this race anyway.
Yes, it's unfortunate for Omar, it's unfortunate for all the drivers involved, and well, one man who did benefit is Sager Al-Mashurj, the light blue number 5 car, now in P3. Managed to come out on top in that particular incident after going around the outside of Andrei Petrovic in the entrance into turn 5, and of course when Petrovic was given position back to Omar Alderain, who he undertook at the entrance of turn 1 or turn 2, I should say. On track on screen now, Amna Al-Kabaisi speaking with one of her supporters in the pit lane, trying to figure out exactly what went wrong. I'm sure everybody's going to want to come down to the steward's office later to have a quick word and see exactly what should have been done in that scenario. We saw briefly a moment ago the replay, and we understand the build up to it. Of course, Andre was trying to give back position, Sager was trying to to overtake, and Damna was just there, caught in the way without anywhere to go. It didn't seem to me like there was really much different that anybody could have done at that particular point. Luca, what's your take on the situation?
Yes, I mean, I can anticipate the view that Stuart have is for sure that Omar was a little optimistic on Saker, and Saker was outside, but still he was quite a bit in front, and unfortunately Omar, to try and maintain the position, he braked quite late, and I believe he had a bit of a locking and a bit of understeer, so when they had a collision, he just lost control when he touched the sidepod of Saker. So I have to say that Omar has been impressive in terms of speed because he made a step forward incredible. Honestly speaking, in this race, it's just has been a little bit anxious to show his potential, and I don't believe there was anything intentional in his action, but he was just a little bit over optimistic in a couple of situations. So for sure it is something that we will review, we will talk after, and we will try and understand if he could have done something different, because at the end of the race it was his race that was compromised, because he would have had a penalty, and then also in the second scenario Saker stayed on track while he lost control. So it's one of those situations that the guy that was most affected was himself, so it is something that he really has to improve in his racing. I love his attitude, I love his that he's brave, but he has to also read the situation a little better sometimes, you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean, Luca. But unfortunately, the only way to learn is the hard way. There is no other way. I'm sure you have your own experiences, similar scenarios, and I won't ask you to give an example to the ladies and gentlemen back at home.
Absolutely.
I don't make you relive that yet again. As we come under the bridge now, we're just going into the third sector of the track. I haven't had a look. Well, I think I can see there on the lights are out. That's an amazingly fast recovery job from all the marshals here at the Jeddah circuit, and I thank you all for your hard work these past few days. And this means, ladies and gentlemen, that Federico Al Rafai is about to restart the race with under 2 minutes left on the board. So this means it will be the last lap, I believe. He'll go past the line and have one lap to complete, and that'll be the end of the race, is my understanding. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the white number 10 car, the Emirati driver Federico Al Rafai, of course originally from Italy but living in the Emirates now. He's followed by the light blue number 23 of Kirill Kutskov and the light blue number 5 of Sagar Al-Masharj. In just a moment's time, as we crest turn 27, Al Rafai will put his foot down, or perhaps even sooner, as he's already on the go, and the gap to him from Kutskov is quite significant already. A good restart there from Federico Al Rafai, but it's not over yet. There's still 27 corners to go.
Yeah, he did very well, and Kirill Kutskov wasn't quite close enough.
Not quite close enough, but Faisal Al-Kabani is quite close enough to make a move around the outside of the number 88 car. Here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen, action at turn 1 and turn 2. Faisal Al-Kabani wisely backing out there to avoid an instant.
So Kirill is still very close to Al Rafai, but probably the only opportunity he has, it could be the last corner, but he really has to do a perfect lap. He has to stay super close. The only opportunity could be the last corner if he wants to try and make a move.
That may well be correct, Luca Philippe, but we've got turn 13, and you know how I feel about turn 13, lucky number 13. But not quite close enough this time around for anybody to make a move. You'd have to really be on the driver's gearbox to try and do anything here. And well, we'll have a look next week, ladies and gentlemen, and try and see what we can do for you for an overtake at turn 13, or another overtake at turn 13, I should say. Coming down now into the second sector of track, we are led by Federico Alrafai in the white number 10 car. As we continue on track, Alrafai seems to have stretched his lead slightly to Kirill Kutskov. Kirill has to put the hammer down if he wants to make something happen. The next, or perhaps the last possible overtaking opportunity is turn 27 here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit, but we've seen them going 2, 3 and even 4 wide across the start-finish line at different points on different laps of different races here in Jeddah, and we surely won't be disappointed this time around because Kirill Kutskov is hungrier than ever after tasting his first victory in the first race here this morning, or this, yesterday night I should say, at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. But as we crest turn 27, it is Federico Alrafai in the white number 10 car in the lead of the race, with Kirill Kutskov and Sagar Almashaj just slightly too far back to make anything happen. And they take the checkered flag here at the Jeddah Corniche circuit. Alrafai, Kutskov, Al-Masharji, Al-Kabasi and Al-Kabani. And with that, Luca Philippe, well, really I have to head down to the podium, so please take care of the ladies and gentlemen for me.
Yeah, well, so more action we have seen today in the third race of the event. We were expecting more of a I would say race down to pace, down to speed, with the fastest guy at the front. Maybe with a bit less action, but we did have a lot of action, with Petrovic stalling the car, then able to get up to virtually P3 as Omar was penalized, and but of course he didn't know about it at that point, and while fighting with number 18 Omar, that they collided a little bit, and by giving their position back, unfortunately there was a collision between Omar and Sakir. Well, it was a lot of action, and it's a shame that we lost one of the two contenders of the championship, that now he has to make a lot of effort in the final event in order to try and regain the lead or fight back against Federico Alrafai. What a race. As you can see, they are more or less still pushing until the in lap, as it is a very long circuit. Jabor, why they are going? Yes, they did one extra lap. So yes, we have seen most of the cars back to the pits, with eventually 3 cars doing an extra lap. Well, here we have the winner of the third race and the second race as well. Federico Alrafai made the most out of the day, being solid, making no mistakes. That was the key of today for him, not making mistakes, and he made it work. Second for Kutskov, solid day for him, and third for Al-Mosherji after an amazing pole position. What a pole position for Al-Mosherji today. He's being the quickest in qualifying. Not a perfect start for him in both races, but yeah, he has an opportunity again the next time in the last event of the series. Yeah, we have Kutskov congratulating to Alrafai, It has been a very positive day for both. They both have scored a lot of points today, and Kutskov now is in solid third place in the championship, which it is something that he wouldn't have believed just a month ago after a very, very difficult weekend in Kuwait. But with consistency, speed, pace, and motivation, now he had a fantastic day today, and he's shown that he could have been also a contender of the title if everything it has started with the right foot, let me say. While terrible day for Petrovic, maybe not terrible, but not ideal. He definitely had the speed to win and being on the podium, but definitely this last race, it wasn't what he was hoping for. But unfortunately, it has all started since he stole the car on the grid. So yeah, he was very unlucky, but unfortunately he also have to regret because of the start. So third place with Saker Al-Mosherji.
Saker Al-Mosherji, third position. I mean, podium is still good, but since you were starting again from the pole, it's not where you wanted to finish.
No, of course. I mean, I didn't have a good start, but I was in second, and then I lost a position. And then I had contact. After that, I had damaged the whole race. So I was driving with the steering wheel bent, and yeah, I couldn't done much more.
Well, then considering that the problem you had was not that a bad race.
Yeah, but I didn't want it to end like this from people behind crashing. It wasn't good.
Okay, let's hope the next race can be better. Ciao, Sakir.
So third place for Saker Al-Mosherji. Definitely a very solid speed, very solid performance, especially with the pole position, and one podium for Saker today. Now, second place
Kirill
for
Kutsov,
Kirill
this
Kutsov.
time second. Why? Really great weekend for you. Seems like playing golf was nice training for this weekend.
Yeah, 3 out of 3 podiums, collected everything, P1, P2, P3, you know. Great weekend, great for scoring points, great for making myself up in the scoreboard in the championship, you know. And then for sure there's one more round, you know, never relaxing, you know, always keep up, always focused for the next race. But yeah, it was a good race for me. Now go to Dubai for 3 days, chill, have a rest, and then come back.
Okay, so enjoy your days off and come back as much focus as you can.
Thank you, thank you.
So, I'm so happy to see Kirill Kutskov with a smile on his face. This is how we want to see him, motivated, satisfied, happy, and hungry for more wins.
Here we are, Federico Rifai, and another win for this race. I mean, it was a great day for you.
Yeah, I had a good start, managed to overtake Sakir, but from then on, Kirill really put the pressure, but I just tried to keep my head down and push. Definitely a lot of safety cars didn't help, but thankfully 2 good restarts helped me leave a bit of a gap to him.
Now we have some days off, and then we are going to the next and last race still here in Jeddah. What are you going to do in these days?
I'm gonna go back home to Dubai, definitely chill a bit, and come back refreshed and ready to go again.
Okay, so enjoy your days off and on to the next one.
Enjoy Jeddah.
So, coming back refreshed and ready to go, I guess, is the goal for everyone and all the drivers that They are going to face their own final event of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. And we will be again here in Jeddah. What an amazing view we have here from the Jeddah Corniche circuit on the coast of Jeddah, literally near by the coast on the sea, with a view of the city and in a fascinating area. As you can see, what a beautiful place. On our right hand side of the screen we have the coast with the sea, and on the left hand side we have the rest of the city, and you can see illuminated all the asphalt with this illumination that makes you feel driving under the sun when you're driving. And it's amazing to race by night, so for these young kids they can experience one of the things that only Formula 1 drivers can do, which is racing in a Formula 1 circuit by night. And they can do it here in Jeddah. They did it in Qatar, they did it in Bahrain as well. So amazing circuit, and in Kuwait as well. So this is the final classification of the third race of the event, of today's event, with Federico Rifai winning. Second, Kirill Kuskov, also winner of the first race of the day. Saker Al-Mosherji, the poleman of today, on the podium. Then in fourth, Amna Al-Kubaisi. What a good recovery for Amna. Then in fifth, Faisal Al-Kabani. In fifth. Sixth, Abdullah Al-Kubaisi. And in seventh, Abdullah Aziz Abu Zanada. Eighth, Jabor Al-Thani. Omar in ninth, Al-Walid Al-Darayan. And 10, Andrei Petrovic. Amna Al-Kubaisi, Oscar Wurz and Suleiman Zanfari didn't finish the race, with Suleiman Zanfari not able to start after the crash in race 2. Here again the view of the circuit. Yeah, so let's have a quick recap on what we have seen in this race 3, with Petrovic not able to start, while Rifai is able to gain the lead. And contact between Omar and Saker, with the boat losing ground and position, and unfortunately problem for Oscar Wurz. Couldn't be on the podium today. And yeah, Abdulaziz. And here again the fight between Al-Mosherji and Omar, with Petrovic. Al-Mosherji goes straight, Petrovic in the fight, and then Omar lost control of the car and involved Petrovic and Amda, that couldn't avoid the accident. Here the move from Amna, able to claim P4, P5 for Faisal Al-Kabani. What a day. Let's see the replay of the start. Remember, the red car is from Petrovic on the left side of the screen, while on the right we have Rifai on the white car. And let's see what Petrovic is doing. Moving a little and then stalling. And what a move from Wurz, really quick, able not to crash into the rear of Petrovic. And Wurz had a very good start and able to stay in front of the two Al-Kubaisi sisters. Saker trying to maintain the lead, but is in second place. And then we have Kutkov, that is fighting with Omar Al-Walid Al-Darayan. Yes, here we have with Kirill looking the inside, but not quite close enough to Omar. Faisal Al-Kabani locking the tires and going a little bit wide in turn 13 in the opening lap, and in the back, at the back of the grid, at the field, we have Petrovic that was able to restart after the stall of the car. Yeah, it was a good recovery from Kirill Kuskov, that he was fourth in the opening lap, but then he was able to regain the second place. So now it's time for the podium of the last race of today's event, with Aaron Thompson presenting the top 3 finishers, the top 3 rookies and top 3 girls of the race 3.
Hello and welcome to the third podium presentation here at the Invest Saudi Jeddah Gulf Prix, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, I'd like to get right into the overall podium celebration. So in third position, I'd like to call Sagar Al-Mashaj. And in second position, Kirill Kotskov. And atop the top step of the podium, Frederico Rabai. And now for the trophy celebration, will Mr. Walid Gota from Alt Takilat please present the third place trophy? And would you be so kind, please, Mr. Ali Saman, to present the second place trophy for the SAMF? And of course, Mr. Samir Hajazi, if you'd be so kind to present the first place trophy. And now for a photo opportunity. And if the presenters would please join us on the podium. Thank you very much, everybody. And now for the rookie podium. And now for the rookie podium, ladies and gentlemen. Without any further ado, I'd like to call Abdul Al-Kabasi. And in second position, Sagar Al-Mashaj. And in first position, atop the top step of the podium, once again, Kirill Kotskov. Now for the trophy presentation, if Mr. Walid Gota would be so kind to present the third place trophy on behalf of Tokilat. And if Mr. Ali Saman would be so kind to present the second place trophy on behalf of the SAMF, the Saudi National ASN. And of course, if Mr. Samir Hajazi would be so kind to please present the first place trophy on behalf of the SAMF. And now for a quick photo opportunity. And if the presenters would please be so kind as to join us on the podium. And with that, guys, really, that concludes the podium. celebration for race 3 at the Invest Saudi Jeddah Gulf Prix. So for me, Aaron Thompson, my fantastic co-commentator Luca Felipe Marcello Pelgesi, who does the driver interviews, and of course all the hard-working girls and boys at Formula 4 Saudi Arabia, fueled by Aramco. Thank you very much for watching this race, and indeed for watching the entire event. And this brings said event to a close. Thank you once again, and I hope to see you in just a week's time for the final race of the season.